So what's happening in supply chain? It's gaining in prominence, to be sure. When I'm contacted by Bloomberg, Channel 10 News, a group that put together a panel of manufacturing CEOs and thought leaders on the future of manufacturing in the United States, and direct relief, and all of the topics seem to center around reshoring and what's going to happen with the supply chain and what are we going to do to make things better in the future. So for one, supply chain is gaining prominence, and for two, reshoring is definitely gaining momentum. According to surveys by E&Y, Supply Chain Dive, and Thomas Industrial, it ranges between 63% and 83%, but executives are not only considering, but likely to reshore product in the next few years. So they're absolutely considering it, and they're going to do it, and they're executing against those initiatives. So why is this topic coming up? Well, it's certainly been pushed over the edge with the coronavirus and the concerns about disruption. However, it's really been a topic that's been coming up all along, because as we all know, the Amazon effect is still in full force. So customers are expecting rapid deliveries and 24/7 service, which is very difficult to do if you have to do it from a long, long ways away. And typically speaking, if you're going to get your product from Asia, and if you're in the US, it's going to be 13 weeks, generally speaking. So the Amazon effect is one. The total costs have been coming more into alignment. Depends on the industry, it depends on the product, but all in all, the total cost has come into alignment. Also, the cost of labor, and this was one of the panel discussions we had, the cost of labor is not only increasing in China, and therefore it's moving some of the manufacturing to other countries like Vietnam, etc. But more importantly, the cost of labor is reduced in terms of the overall importance in total cost. It's becoming negligible in many industries because there's just one of the reasons is the technological advances. So if you have utilizing automated equipment and robotics, you just don't need the same level of people as you did before. And actually, we are all becoming much more efficient regardless. And more productive, which is great news, and we can put our people to solving higher level problems and moving the business forward instead. So the labor cost has come down in a percentage. Technology advances are making this more feasible. Customers are looking for customized products and customized solutions immediately. So that is extremely difficult to do. So we are looking at how do we source production and manufacturing capability and or capacity or inventory, if necessary, next to customers. Ideally, maybe even printed on demand. So there's a lot happening on these fronts. But all in all, clients are definitely looking at how do I reshore, how do I produce effectively and get ready for the opportunities for the expansion of manufacturing in the United States and also in Mexico, which is definitely nearby in terms of the significant consumer base and business base we have. And also, how can we get ahead of the curve here and make sure that we're taking advantage of all of our technological improvements and the digitization of the supply chain to make this all happen. So I look forward to seeing where this takes us, but I think we have a very bright future ahead of us in the manufacturing world.